Okay, I figured we'd do a second part. In the first part, we put our papers together. I still haven't done the cover, but this is all. I know it looks terrible, but it actually is organized. These are scraps. These are some trims. These are cutouts. And I thought this one, we did one page, which was the first page, and I did redo a little bit of that. I added another candy cane in the pocket and two more little trims. This is a little velvet trim and just a tiny little trim. And I think I added a little bit to this cluster here. So that is just the first page. I did work also on just a cute little tag, and it's a pretty large tag. And I know y'all didn't want to watch me do that. I went ahead and made my snippet. So I'll be using that, and I'm so glad it's put together now. I need to just, before any project, pull it out and make a snippet. And I think it ended up really cute. It's got some blue jean material in there, a little green, a little tea-dyed lace or coffee-dyed lace, different color reds and maroons and greens. So I think it looks pretty good. And now I think I'm going to gather up a few things and come along and we'll do some ephemera. Okay, on all of my pages, I'm going to go ahead. I always do some kind of, I don't know, I may gesso, but I always stencil and, you know, do some stamping, just script stamping or whatever. So I picked this one. I've never used it. It's mixed media art. It's a media stencil from Stemperia. And I chose the clocks because, you know, waiting for Christmas Eve and waiting for Santa to come. I don't know. So that's my thinking anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and do some of my pages. I won't keep you the whole time. But, I mean, this is kind of what I do. Uh-oh, look at that. Never even used it. Dang it. Let me get a bigger. And it doesn't have to be a whole lot. I just don't like plain pages. Oop. You can barely see that. But I may need a darker ink. Oh, both of those are vintage photo. Barn door, let's see. Another vintage photo. Where's my darker inks? Here. Let's do in here. What is this one? Walnut stain? I can't see. Yep. Never know when you might need those. Just a little here and there. Whoops. I'm going to write on the pages, but I still don't want them to be plain. And even over here, I think I'll do a little, not a whole lot. And I couldn't handle the white. I did all of the white backs with a brick pattern. Couldn't deal with it. I know, I'm terrible. Let's see, let's get another. This one, oh, I didn't think to tell you. This one was Stampabilities. I got it years and years ago at, it's French script. I got it years and years ago at Hobby Lobby, I believe. So, and this one is Prima. Let's walk over here. There's a little of that. And maybe, let's see, just a tiny, tiny bit. I also need to ink around all my pages. So I'm going to continue to just stencil and stamp throughout the whole thing, because y'all might find that boring, and then I will come back and we're going to start on some ephemera, and I'll show you what I picked out. I know I love tags. Tags and pockets are my thing. I found this sticky one, and I've got to find a library card. I put them up somewhere. They're here. Got a bunch of them. Got some guest checks, maybe time cards, alteration cards, just some different things we might play with and use. This one was an alteration card. So we'll be back and have us a play. Okay, we've gotten everything stamped all through, just a little bit. Oh, I missed one. Get it later. Stamped and stenciled. So anyway, there's that. Oh, I'm going to have to fix that, huh? But I don't want to lose those. I like that up there. Washi tape or something. And so I started working last night. I forgot, y'all. I think y'all saw this one. This was, let's see, both of these. I made this one last night. I used the snippet. I went and made, oh, over there. So I finally went ahead. So there's the snippet, and I've also made some ruffles just in case I need them. This paper is just in my Christmas stuff. It is Seven Gypsies Santa's Journey. So I like the collage look, and I didn't even have to collage. All I had to do was put a snippet and some lace, tea-dyed paper, and like I said, this was an alterations tag wherever I stuck them. This was an alterations tag, and I just like the paper. It looks collaged already with no effort, and just have some lace, old muslin, and some other material, and then one of the images from the Dreams Etc. kit. And then this was, I'm going to leave it. I'm not putting any paper on the back of this one because it's lined. Guest check. Same paper. Merry Christmas from the DigiKit. And I cut it out, backed it on some really old muslin. Did the, whatever that is, tulle, and an image from the Digi, and cheesecloth. So there we go. There's a start, and we are going to craft together once I get everything together. I did want to say I figured out what I'm going to use. Thank you, Dorlisa. Dorlisa was showing me how to use a bag, and I went ahead and did one. She said they softened it with cream rinse, conditioner, whatever you call it. Well, I did 2 bags and I tore both of them. So we were going to try to make it look like leather. Yeah, well, we're just going to go back plain. So I got another bag, and this was, you know, that part that's right there. So I pushed it over and I inked everything. And what I'm going to do, just fold it this way, and I'm going to sew these ends, and I'll probably sew the whole bag except for here. I'm going to keep that as a small pocket and to put my little closure. This was also from that 7 Gypsies, and I think I'm going to make it really plain because this is something I want to throw into my purse, and then I will make the closure that way. Okay, I'm going to be skipping around. I don't know. So I'm going to put this on our bag. It's inked up. And I did sew around this part. I think my glue is getting a little thick, but that's all right. We'll fix it. Or open another one. So we opened this, pushed it back, and make sure you get it stuck down really well. Here we go. If I was doing this for somebody else, I would probably sew around it again. But since it's just for me, I'm not gonna. I'll just keep gluing it back if it pops up. But it really shouldn't with Fabri Tac. So I'm not sure what my glue just must be getting grumpy. I don't know. Okay, so make sure it's stuck down really well, and then what I'm gonna do is get I'm gonna tie probably seam binding, or sorry, we'll probably get sorry. and pull it this way. And so the sari is going to wrap around, and I am going to sew a button with a shank and place it here and wrap the sari around. So let me sew this button really well, really quick first. I am not great at hand stitching, so I'm going to pause again and be back in a minute. It'd be like comedy hour if you sit here and watched me try to do this. See you in a bit. Okay, we sewed the button on here, and I did just 2 stitches down the side and put that bottom part together. So this is what we have. This is just sari silk. So I'm going to put it through. Thank you so much, Dorlisa, for this idea as a closure. Well, come on. We're going to wrap it around. And that's going to close our notebook. So let's finish working on it on the inside. I did place that already. This was some, I think this was the one, just old paper from the Paper Studio Ornamental Christmas. I've had it probably forever. I don't know. I just did some stitching around it. And now we are going to glue this last part down. Oh, I did come over here. This was the open part, and I just made a straight stitch to keep that closed. I know I'm just copying it on here, but I like to have a lot. I just feel more secure, even though I probably don't need it. And putting this around to match the other side. Making a mess. That's okay. That's what I do. That's how I craft. Oops. Making a big mess. I'll move that down. Good thing this is my own, since I am crafting like a kindergartner here, but that's all right. I'm having a good time. That's what matters, right? But I want to make sure everything is stuck down really good. Oh, the mess, the mess, the mess. So, look, our cover is done. On the back, I don't think I'm going to do anything to the back. If I do, I might change my mind, but I doubt it. And here's our signature. It needs to be sewn in, and we can use as a little pocket. So I'm going to do something here. I guess I should have saved that for the front, but that's okay. And maybe a pocket over here so I can do my list or whatever. So we haven't done any decorating yet, except for that one page. So really, I need to sew that in. And this is what it's going to look like. So what do you think? I'm going to take a short break, and we'll probably end this video, and I will come back. Since this was just doing the cover, I'll come back with another one, and we'll work on some ephemera, and I'll work on some probably off camera too, and we will do a little walkthrough and see how it goes. Thanks so much for joining me. Hope you were inspired. I know I'm always inspired by you. Y'all have a great evening.